much more rewarding to wonder than to worry. We're influenced by 4 domains: your home, the social domain, which is the rest of the world, the biological domain of your brain and body, and the I see. How do I see myself? How do I think other people see me? And those 4 domains interact all the time, but I really believe we respond the best we can. So even if you're depressed, that's your I am right now. This is who I am, and I matter. But if you don't like it, you can change it. You do a small change in any one of the domains, it can have a ripple effect. So let's get back to this idea of depression. And so Tom, let Tom Hall. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah. The other Tom.
Oh, it happens.
It happens. Let's dive a little bit deeper. So the idea, how do you get from this example of the incomplete task, which was a great study, by the way. You know, imagine you're drawing something and you're just about finished, and the examiner says, "Stop!
Pencils down."
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Pencils down.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we've got to do something else, and it bugs you.
Right down to like cliffhangers.
Right
Exactly.
down to cliffhangers.
That's
How so,
exactly
Tom? What's the association with that?
Well, I mean, if a season of a show or a movie in a series ends on a note that's, you know, supposed to grab you, it's going to be on front of minds until the next installment. Or even worse, if the end of a series or a movie, like, if it's bad, it's usually bad because it's not a satisfying conclusion. You don't know what happens to the characters. You know, threads are left untied. It's not satisfying at all.
Tom Hall, what about that?
Exactly. That's exactly an excellent example. It's been exploited in. I used to love to watch the show Batman on TV.
Yeah,
we grew up
sure.
at the same time. Wait till the next Bat channel, and that's exactly how how that works.
To be continued.
Being
That's
exploited.
right.
So it's not uncommon in psychology to find advertising, you know, exploiting, so to speak, or utilizing some of these kind of phenomena. But you're exactly right, Tom. That's a great example.
So the incomplete task hangs over so heavily that it creates anxiety, which then creates depression. Is that the theory,
that's
basically?
the theory, yeah. That it's that. And
fascinating.
from a behavioral standpoint, what happens in this concept of learned helplessness. So one of the things Dr. Joe and I were talking about earlier today is how we use different language to talk about the same stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and as a behaviorist, I follow certain doctrines and try to assimilate and make them fit with other types of language that's used and stuff. So what happens with learned helplessness is you take the poor little experimental mouse or rat and you divide their cage in half, and you give a gentle tingle to the floor of one side, and it jumps and gets away from it. And then you tingle that side, and they jump back to escape it. But then eventually, if you start to tingle or give an electric shock to both sides, they give up, and they become helpless. It's called learned helplessness. And we all have different thresholds, I believe, for how we respond to these, what Tom was just talking about, whether you dwell on something, whether you worry. And if it really gets you down, I think that's possibly where depression comes from.